From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
Well, it finally feels like spring has arrived, but that means the arrival of some pesky parasites like fleas and ticks that can cause health problems for your pets. Dr. Katy Nelson is a local veterinarian and joins us today with how to keep your pets safe this spring. And you and I were just talking about it. It drains your bank account, but you got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, bugs are on the move in the U.S. You know, they really are. We're finding ticks that used to only be found on the Gulf Coast are being found in the central U.S. With Katrina.
That's what I was going to say.
Tons of heartworm positive dogs moved all across the United States. And so there used to be these pockets in the U.S. where heartworm disease just wasn't found, but they basically are non-existent now.
It's important to make sure that you're giving your dog the heartworm, and then that's once a month or every day?
It's once a month. Well, there are some older preventative out there that, you know, some people just like to do that thing where they're giving it every day. They can like call it their multivitamin, but really it's so much easier for, you know, the rest of us to just do a pill once a month or a topical prevention once a month. You know, and mosquitoes are what carry heartworm disease, and you know, ticks carry Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, or ehrlichiosis, all these really awful things. So these bugs are more than just itchy. They are really life-threatening if we don't do something to prevent them.
And we love our pets, whether they're inside or outside, they need to have this. And should they be tested for it?
Well, yes and no. So dogs need to be tested before they can start heartworm prevention, or if you miss more than a couple of months, we need to make sure that they're still negative in order to be able to give them the heartworm prevention. Cats, not so much, because cats usually only have 1 or 2 heartworms in them, so there's usually not enough to actually even make them test positive.
And finally, let's talk about this. I mean, the flea thing. You see the scratching, and you're like, oh my gosh, because that means it's not just on your dog or cat.
On you, it's on your house. Yeah, it's everywhere. And you know, again, we're not just talking about an itchy little bug. We're talking about something that can carry tapeworms, which is something that people can get, your kids can get, you know, obviously your pets can get. Also, cat scratch disease is actually on the rise, and cat scratch disease is transmitted from cat to cat with fleas. And this is one of the things that they're considering. The CDC is talking about being extremely underdiagnosed in people because we're starting to realize there are new symptoms that weren't on the classic list of symptoms. So flea, tick, and heartworm prevention are extremely important year-round.
And especially now in the spring, because this is when you're out, especially if you have a dog. I mean, with the beautiful weather that we're seeing today, you're outside, you're doing your thing with them, and they just pick them up so quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, year-round, I try to stress that is really important. With urban sprawl, we've kind of created these little worm pockets throughout our cities. So all it takes is a flower pot for a mosquito larva to survive. So, you know, really year-round is so important.
All right, Katy, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate all of your advice on how to keep our pets safe this spring and all year round.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sorry to squeeze this in, but just one thing, now that we've got our heartworm prevention and everything on, get out and about. PhytoFit DC is launching. I think we have the website, and everybody check it out.
Yeah, very good. Okay, Dr. Nelson, I really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Updating our top stories now at 10:45.